Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
So I've been working for a service business for about, give or take, 6 years back in 2010. I opened my own in about 2016, trying to expand my income. Transitioned from a service company to a construction company, and in the meantime got married, built a family. My question is as follows. I have now just started the calculating my budget, and I figured out that I either need to address my personal income and expenses or change the business kind of model to be able to match my personal income. Essentially, I'm paying myself from the business, but
not enough.
They're not matching up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So how much do you pay yourself from the business?
Well, I don't. That's the biggest problem. I've been mixing personal and business expenses since I started. I didn't know anything about business. I just knew what I was providing, the service. Now I'm looking now to separate the two. Mm-hmm. And how much do I pay myself? Do I pay myself what my personal budget is needing, or do I pay myself what my business can handle?
It doesn't matter. You're going to be taxed on your profits on the business regardless, and you have been all along. Are you current on your taxes?
No.
How far behind are you on taxes?
About 2 years, I would say.
Okay. You need to take care of that.
I do quarterly, but not yearly.
Well, if you don't not filing federal income tax returns is a criminal offense. They put 2,711 people in jail last year for that. So not filing is not okay. Not paying is a different issue. That's not criminal. They'll just drive you into the dirt. But not paying is not criminal. So you need to get that part of your life cleaned up immediately, and we'll go ahead and answer your question as a part of this. But jump online at RamseySolutions.com and talk with one of our tax ELPs, and they can help you get current and set yourself on a system to stay current. Now, this will also help you do your taxes and your quarterlies on time and accurately, and that is simply this. You need to open a separate checking account for your business from your personal. I assume you have a checking account. Is it in the business name or your personal name?
No, I have everything separated. You just
don't have it separated. Okay, so now that the business account is open, 100% of the income that goes into the business account is only business. The only thing that comes out of the business account is business. Never again pay anything personal out of that account the rest of your life. Ever.
So yeah, I spent the past 3 months separating those. I started with your
okay. Well, you told us you weren't separated, so I'm telling you to separate it. Yeah, okay. All right, so now you're separated, and 100% of the time, this is a business expense, you use the correct debit card, the correct checking account. 100% of the time, it's a personal expense, you use your personal account. Now, what does it take if you've laid out a budget for you don't know what it takes to operate your household, right? You told me that. Okay. So what profits do you think you've made in a given year? What do you think the business makes profit that you're going to end up paying income tax on?
I believe I'm operating at a loss right now.
Then how is your family eating?
Because, I'm accruing debt. That's my problem.
So you're borrowing money to eat and stay open?
Not really. Yeah, if you put it that way. I've been paying...
Are you living off of credit cards?
Exactly. So now we stopped in December of 23, and
how much credit card debt do you have?
Personal, about $50,000.
Okay.
What other debt do you have?
Personal or business?
They're
all personal. You
it's all in your
all
name.
Of it.
So business, I have about 80.
On top of the credit cards. And I assume then you have the IRS taxes. Do you know how much that is?
No.
Correct.
He hasn't filed the tax return.
Quarterly, so I have not filed it, correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not sure.
So that's going to go to the top of your debt payoff list.
But you shouldn't have any taxes if you're not profitable. So why are you paying quarterlies?
Based off sales. been doing it myself. I'm not really sure.
Okay. Dude, you're a hot mess.
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
So there's so many things going on here. The first thing we have to do with the business side is we have to figure out if the business is really profitable or not. If you are running a business at a loss, it is not a business. It is a hobby. Close it and go get a dadgum job. If you're really losing $50,000 a year, why keep doing it? That's dumber than crud. So you have to get this business where it brings in more than it spends and it actually makes a profit to feed your family. Whatever the profits are is the most you can take home. You cannot run a company and fund it with debt. It won't work. It's not sustainable. There's obviously an end to that. You'll hit the wall like you're in NASCAR, okay? And it'll be engine up in the stands, disintegrated vehicle. That's what's going to happen. So you've got to stop this. You need to be in panic mode on your taxes and on your accounting, because both of them suck beyond belief here. So once you get the business under control and you can tell if it's making money and decide whether to leave it open, then you can say what I've got to have come home. Now, you can build a household budget based on household expenses. Get the Every Dollar app and download it, and you can look at it and say, all right, I need this much in my food, this much in my electricity, this much to keep the cars running, this much to pay the credit card debt, this much to monthly, this much to buy diapers or whatever it is. I don't care. You just make a list of your monthly expenses and total them up, and that's going to give you an idea what it takes to operate your household. It won't be completely accurate because your stuff is so chaotic that you're not going to be able to tell. But at least get started there and at least go over on the business side and let's start running the business with a monthly profit and loss. So when you contact our tax ELP to get your taxes caught up and filed, also sit down with them and ask them if they help with small business bookkeeping. Most of them do. And they can help you set up a small business bookkeeping system and get you started on running this business and telling yourself if it's a profit or not. It could just be as simple as you need to get organized and raise your prices a little bit and actually collect from your customers on time. Because I don't think you're only $50,000 in credit card debt if you've been running this business all this time at no profit. So something's wrong with that story. You've been making a profit somewhere. I just can't tell how much, and you can't either. So,
It's been
listen, what
8
you're
years of
doing,
this.
it's freaking amazing that you've survived as long as you have. What you're doing is not sustainable. It's stress-inducing. I mean, you're going to be living panic attack to panic attack. Your spouse is too. You just can't. That much chaos in your finances will ruin your life, and it'll keep you from all your hard work from causing prosperity because you're working your butt off, it sounds like. But you can't tell if you're doing anything. You're just like a rat in a wheel. Run, have a heart attack and die of anxiety. Don't do that, okay? Get out of the wheel, sit down, let's lay out a game plan, execute. And the numbers will talk to you and tell you where you're out of line. But I don't know if your business is out of line or not, where it's out of line or not. I know it's out of line. I know one place is it doesn't have an accounting system. The second thing is then you get your home in place. Now, if the business is making $80,000 a year, you're getting taxed on $80,000 a year, you can bring home $80,000 a year, and the business will run just fine. If the business is making $72,500, you can bring home $72,500. If you leave a little bit in there, in addition to that, you're going to pay taxes on it anyway, but you leave some in there to reinvest and grow the business, that's okay too. But you can set that up once you actually know what the numbers are.
Got to know the basics. And there's a great free guide that our Entree Leadership team put together. This is Dave's playbook for how to build a business. It's called Entree Leader's Guide to Business Finances. So I encourage you, Avi, and anyone else listening to go check this out. It's completely free at entreleadership.com/finances. And this is the playbook that Dave's talking about. Here's how to set it all up. Here's how to run a business debt-free so that you have prosperity and peace.
Yeah. Scripture says, be diligent to know the state of your flocks and herds. Obviously, Solomon wrote that proverb in an agrarian culture where flocks and herds were representative of wealth. So if you don't keep up with the lambs and you don't watch for the wolves, you go down. That's what this is. Create your free Every Dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.